Hello, hello. It's Deanna. We are here today on episode 4 of Find Your Fit with Deanna. Now, to be honest, this topic could fit in this podcast or could fit in the Lunch with a Life Coach as well. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about how to get started. That is, if you are aiming for, we'll talk about a fitness goal today. It really does apply to any kind of goal. If you are trying to get started in organizing your home, looking for a new job, writing a book, your fitness program, etc., getting started can be the most difficult thing. So here's what I want you to think about. Let's say your goal is to start walking more, or maybe you would like to join a gym. So I want you to think why we get stuck is because you're thinking of the end. You're thinking of the 5-kilometer walk. You're thinking of the actual workout in the gym. But what we're not yet thinking about is what does it take to simply get started? So in that example, if you're thinking about the 5K walk and you aren't actually walking at all, 5 kilometers is a long way. And it feels like this massive mountain in front of you that you think, goodness, I don't even know how I would get there. And because it feels so overwhelming, I don't want to start at all. Or you drive by the gym and you can see in the window all the people doing their thing and you think, goodness, I don't even know like how to get in. I don't even know where the locker room is. I don't know, do I need a lock? There are so many things to get you from, driving by in your car to being a person that's working out there. You can see that, again, it feels so big. That's what gets in the way of us taking that first step. That's what gets in the way of us getting moving. So today, if you're having a hard time getting started with something, I want you to scale it back, take a whole bunch of steps back and say, what do I need to know before I'm ready to try the thing? So don't get hung up on the walk or the gym. What do you need to be able to do the walk? What do you need to get to the gym? Or what do you need to be a person that's in the gym? So let's stick with the walk example. First of all, one of the things that happens is that folks are like, what do I wear? Okay. Honestly, you wear whatever you feel comfortable in. You wear whatever's suitable for the weather. If it's pouring rain, a rain jacket. But I want you to think about what shoes you're going to wear, right? It's important that we have something that is going to support us, is going to be safe for us to walk in, isn't going to leave us feeling in pain or uncomfortable after, because that's really, of course, a deterrent to doing that thing again. So maybe, first of all, you want to think about this week. I'm going to go through my shoes and I'm going to pick out the ones that feel most comfortable for me to walk in. Maybe I'm going to decide, pull out my old rain jacket I haven't had for a while, or whatever the case is. But do you see, like, those are some of the things that get in the way. And when we're nervous about making a decision and we're nervous about trying something new, more of those little decisions to make it seem bigger than it is, and make it put up little roadblocks in the way. Every time there's that, like, what shoes do I wear? Do I want to out of the house? Do I want to go left or do I want to go right? Is there what time of day do I want to walk? What time does the sun come up or the sun go down? Is it still light out? All of those things? That's a lot to think about. No wonder it feels so big. So if you're a brainstorm person, if you love to just sort of write down all the things that you're thinking about, I would invite you to do that. Brainstorm some of the ideas or some of the things you're thinking about. If you want to start walking, let's do that together. You're going to need some shoes. What are you going to wear? Check in on the weather. Like, if it's really sunny out, you might need a hat. You need some sunscreen. Okay. If it might be a little bit rainy or a bit chilly, you need a jacket. Second, what time of day do you want to walk? What does your schedule look like? Are you an early riser that you think, yeah, I could actually put in a 5 or a 10-minute walk? Are you somebody that has a tough time getting out of bed and later in the day is better for you? What time later in the day? I don't want you to just say later. Later never really comes if you think about that. So I want you to just say, 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, whatever the case is. Pick a particular time. Okay. These are just some ideas. Okay. Don't get, you're like, oh my gosh, there's so many. Don't get hung up. I just want you to think about some of those ideas. Where are you going to walk? Is it safe in your neighborhood? Like, some communities don't have sidewalks. I don't recommend you walk where there's no sidewalk. That's not safe. So I want you to think about, where is it safe for you to walk? Do you have a walking buddy? Is there somebody you'd like to ask to walk with you, right? All of those things. So see where we're just like, what are all those things that are going to get in the way? And if you started that list, there's going to be other things. You're going to want to start and you go, okay, I'm almost there. And then you'll be like, oh, but now there's this thing that I didn't think about, and add that to the list. And then what you can do, instead of saying it's the 5K walk I have to do today, you can say, what do I feel like I have the time, energy, and capacity to tackle? It's finding my shoes in the closet. I can do that today. That begins to build you momentum and confidence to take the next step. What's the next step? Only you would know that. You would say, perhaps, okay, I found my shoes. Now I just want to think about, what the route is. So tomorrow when I leave to, drive to work or the kids to school or whatever, I'm just going to actually do one little loop around the block that I think is the right option, for example. Okay. Or maybe you, from your apartment, you have to walk to a mailbox or whatever the case is. Maybe you're then looking a little bit further, right? You're going to walk a few extra steps. That's a great option, right? Just plug into what you're already doing or walk a few extra steps. What does it look like around the corner? Like, how is the block? Is it safe? Is the sidewalk in good repair, right? Is it safe to be walking on, etc.? So do you see how many options there are of things you can actually work on that aren't yet the particular activity? If you know you want to join that gym, for example, but you think, I'm terrified to do that. I don't want to walk in the front door yet. Then you know what? Maybe you start with, what do I want out of my gym? A gym that I joined, for example. Like, do you know you want to strength train? Do you know you like the treadmill? Do you want to be able to swim? Do you want to do group fitness? All of those are great things. You want to make sure what you choose will have the offering that it is that you want. So maybe this week, the goal is to do a bit of Googling on what are the facilities that are close to you or close to your work or your kid's school or your church or whatever it is, whatever neighborhood it is, you're going to want to be working out in. And maybe that's the thing that you're working on this week. You're taking that small step. Okay. The point is, everybody, is really to think about, you have many options. It's not just get in the gym or nothing, walk 5K or nothing. If that's the mindset we have, no wonder it feels pretty close to impossible to get started. So I want you to think about, what are all the steps in the middle, not in a way that's going to overwhelm, but offers opportunity for you to say, I feel like I can work on that step. I feel like I can, find the website for these 2 gyms that I want to explore a little bit, right? That's what I feel is in line. Because if it's an all or nothing, if I do the full thing or nothing, that's where we end up really quickly. If we get started at all, it's where we quickly fall off track. So you want to find all those options in the middle. Okay. So what is your goal? Before we wrap up, we got to have a little bit of goal setting here. What is your goal? What is the thing? Why are you still listening? That's the piece. If you're still listening, thank you. And there's a reason that you're still listening. So what is it that has nudged you to keep listening? Do you have a goal to change your fitness, improve your health, etc.? What is that thing? That's really step 1, right? Because if you're like, oh, I really want to improve my cardio, but you join a gym that only has weights, that's not in line. We do need cardio and weight training, but that's for another episode. So I just want you to think about, what is it that you really want to be doing? And what are all the options, not, oh my goodness, overwhelming steps, but what are all the options of steps I can take that I can pick and choose to work on when the larger picture feels too big? Okay. So you know what? Comment. Let me know what you're working on. Email me, Deanna at deannalangfordcoaching.com. You can find me on any social media. And so just, let me know what you're working on. I'd love to cheer you on and provide you, a little nudge or a suggestion if you're feeling stuck on how we can get you moving. Okay. We'll see you soon. Cheering you on.